Welcome everybody. Welcome to Mindful Monday. We have not had a Mindful Monday for months. I can't remember when the last one was. It might have been January. Did we even get back in January? I don't know, because it was the 3rd of January that everything went. So it might have even been the beginning of December when we last had Mindful Monday. So yes, confirmation from the Zoom room that it was that long ago. Well, welcome. And Mindful Mondays are always less than an hour. We keep them short. It might be about 45 minutes. We'll see. And we have a centering, we have a theme, we have a bit of a check-in, we have a little bit of exploration around the theme, and we have a guided meditation. So let's have a centering. Notice your feet on the ground or your body on furniture. Notice sounds. Notice smells. Notice what you can see. And then notice how you feel inside. How am I as a body right now? Notice the breath. Notice that your breath might shift a little just by bringing awareness to it. And then balance. Find some balance. So have a little rock. Back and forth, side to side, shimmy and a wiggle. And find that sweet spot of least effort. See if you can bring some balance to the breath. And softness through the core. Soften through the muscles around the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw, neck, shoulders, chest, belly. A, B, C, C. Last C is connection. If you're in the Zoom room, you might want to take a peek at the screen in gallery view, not at me. Then smile, see who's smiling back. And if you're watching the recording, bring someone to mind who makes you feel warm inside. And it might be somebody past or present. It might be a pet. It might be your higher self, inner self. And then let that go. Whew. It's been a strange few days. Here in the UK, there was the Northern Lights, and I don't know if it was in other countries as well. Personally, I slept through the entire thing. Well, I didn't sleep through it. I can't promise I slept through it, but I saw the bedroom ceiling. But I've seen several hundred photographs, some enhanced, some not. But I think it's a bit like, I don't know if you remember the Day of the Triffids, where half the population saw this thing, and there was this ripple effect across the whole universe. The world has a strange way of affecting us all. So notice how you are in this moment. Notice how you are and come back to you. Come back to your safe place. Whatever that is. It might be simply a sip of that drink I've just seen taken. It might be softening your gaze. It might be stroking a pet. But find that stability and that safety. And then notice how you are. 3 words. We've been going for 3-word check-ins, and they seem to have been quite effective. And the reason we do a centering first is because if we don't center first, our check-in might be what we've just seen on the news, rather than about us, how you are inside. So 3-word check-in, anyone. I'm going to hit pause so you can check in from the Zoom room. Some lovely check-ins. And remembering you never have to use 3 words. You can stick to 1 word. You can have as many words as you like, actually. But we just, we suggest, we invite 3. Okay, the book. So we've used the book as a way of exploring. My words are a bit muddled this morning as well, by the way. So the word that came, well, actually, it was the third word that came up because also in reference to something that was said in the Zoom room, I really wanted something uplifting this morning. Passion. Now, notice any response in your body. Give it a moment and let that word sink into your body, yourself as a whole body. Passion. And it took me a year to be able to say etymological root, and I've managed to preserve the ability to say it since we paused. For anybody who hasn't ever joined Mindful Monday before, you would have enjoyed the initial attempts. It was all quite a struggle. Just checking my phone's on silent. Good. So etymological root from the Latin for suffering and enduring. How interesting. Okay. What we think or say, I have a deep desire to be part of. And you might find coming to your mind things that you are passionate about, but let them sink down into your body. So, for example, I'm really passionate about this group, about the Your Grow community group, about the Zooms, the people in this room, the befriending me. And it definitely brings a deep desire for me to be linked with it. And I can feel that within. So the impact, so bring something to mind that you're passionate about or that stirs passion within you. Sense into that in your body and notice any shift that you get. For example, does it bring openness? Does it make you feel closed? Does it bring excitement? Does it bring quiet? And you might even not have words for it, but you can explore that sensation. So it's likely that it brings a degree of opening. And even I find myself, as I'm saying it, I'm moving forwards. Our reaction or impulse for action, well, notice, is it towards or away? And move it, do it in your own body if you wish. I find it brings me forwards towards something. Our reaction or impulse is often to be as close to it. Related emotions, of course, there's desire and love and infatuation, and there's even lust. Oh, shock horror, lust in the Zoom room. And its purpose. Well, there's different kinds of passion, aren't there? But there is a lighting of a flame in all kinds of passion. The book talks about intimacy, but it might be intimacy with an activity. It might be fully embracing a hobby. It might be fully embracing a relationship. Time in orientation is presence. Now then, how it can get in the way. Consider for a moment any time that you have been filled with passion or really passionate about something, and consider how it might get in the way. It has the potential to be all-consuming, doesn't it? Being fully engaged, so it can interfere with a balance. So it doesn't mean it's always bad. It doesn't mean it's always good, but to notice that. Emotions, we confuse it with desire. Desire is the hope for something to be, for it to be becoming part of your life. Passion is to do with sharing in the deepest way possible, or being consumed by. How it feels or moves us. Well, how it feels for you is how it feels for you. But it may be a deep desire to be engaged with something, doing something. It could be dancing, a passion for dancing, and the desperate desire to be dancing. It might be being outside. It might be, I'm getting some twirling in the Zoom room. How our breath might be long, deep, fast. How our body might be. We've had enthusiasm pose in the past where arms go back, chest is open, body is forward. Yes, kind of thing. Notice it in your body. I'm going to pause again and see what the people in the Zoom room have to make of the word passion, and perhaps where it shows up in your life, or where you might want more or less, in fact, but you might want more. Passion doesn't have to be big. This yes might be internal. It doesn't mean that you have to jump and sing and dance and shout down the street. And it doesn't mean, well, I can't twirl in the park every day either. I don't know if anybody saw my wobble video the other day, because it was real. It wasn't not real. It was completely real. I even tried leaning against my husband. I couldn't do a tree pose. Anyway, passion can be, we have micro expressions of things. Passion is now. It's where we are now. And it can be bite-sized, and it can be paced, and it can be, in fact, overwhelming passion can be a problem. The job I was in the NHS, I was completely passionate about, which is one of the reasons I was working 70, 80, 90 hours a week for too many years. So chunks of passion, where we find them, are perfect. They are perfect. Noticing's the key. I'll pause again. So for us, awareness is everything, of course. We're always saying it, awareness and noticing what we're passionate about, and not on any competition scale. Noticing the things that make us open, even when that's small and internal. In Befriending Me recently, we've been talking about ventral vagal moments when we're safe and connected. And actually, passion adds a little bit of sympathetic to that, a little bit of upregulation, doesn't it? It lifts us out of ventral vagal. Ventral vagal is very much calm and safe and connected, and sympathetic gets a bad reputation. Sympathetic gets a really bad reputation. And of course, it's not great if you live in sympathetic overdrive all of the time. But a little bit of sympathetic, a little bit of stirring of passion is good. You can't even appreciate being settled in ventral vagal if you don't have a little bit of sympathetic anyway. But it's good sometimes to think, oh, I love that. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I want to eat that, see that, do that, be that. Yeah. A little bit of passion. Doesn't have to be big. Okay. Let's have a guided meditation. So as ever, get comfortable. You might want to lie down. You might want to stay seated. You might want to pull on a blanket and find some stillness. You might want to walk. And perhaps you can start by bringing awareness back to your body and noticing where passion lives quietly, always there, ready to be activated as you need. And also noticing that passion spreads through the body. So notice how you're sitting or lying. Take awareness down to the feet, noticing each individual toe. Perhaps you can sense the breath filling the feet and imagine when you feel passionate about something, what do you feel in the feet? You might sense or imagine tingling in your toes. Breathing in with openness and breathing out with softness. Spreading awareness through the toes and the feet and into the lower legs. Sensing, imagining the breath filling the lower legs. And perhaps you can imagine, if you feel passionate about something, where you feel that in your lower legs. Tingling in the toes, spreading up into the calves. Breathing in with opening, expansion. Breathing out with softness, with ease. Allowing that awareness to spread from the toes, through the feet, through the lower legs, and up into the upper legs, through the knees, the thighs, the hips. Sensing or imagining the upper legs filling with the breath, as though the sparkle of passion is spreading through the legs. Breathing in, opening, expanding. Breathing out with softness, with ease. Now taking awareness to the hands, and each finger, right down to the fingertips. Perhaps you can imagine the breath filling the whole of the hands, the palms, the backs of the hands, and right through each finger. Imagining the sparkle of passion filling the hands, bringing tingling to the fingertips. Breathing in with openness, expansion. Breathing out, finding softness. Moving that awareness through the fingertips, through the palms and the backs of the hands, and through the wrists, into the lower legs, up the legs and back into the arms, filling the whole of the arms. Perhaps you can sense or imagine the whole of the arms and the whole of the legs filling with the breath. Sensing, imagining the tingling of passion spreading through the arms and the legs. Breathing in, expanding, opening. Breathing out and softening, resting. Sensing the hands and the feet, tingling, expanding, the arms and the legs, and moving that awareness to the center of the body, the belly and the chest. Noticing the breath filling the belly, filling the chest, and imagining passion, tingling, sparkling, spreading through the belly and the chest. Breathing in, opening, expanding. Breathing out, softening. Noticing the toes, the fingers, the legs, the arms, the belly, the chest, and spreading that awareness up into the head. Awareness of the face, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the tip of the tongue. Perhaps you can imagine the whole of the head filling with the breath, spreading the sparkling and tingling of passion like bubbles through the head. Breathing in, expansion and openness. Breathing out, softening, finding ease. Bringing awareness to the whole body here. The whole body filling with the breath. The whole body filling with a sparkle. An excitement. A depth of passion. The whole body breathing in, expanding. The whole body breathing out and softening. Knowing that passion rests in the whole body all of the time, quietly, gently. And allowing your awareness to rest in the whole body, bathed in the breath for a little while. Breathing in, expanding, opening. And breathing out, softening. And an invitation to notice micro passions today. Little things that bring that opening, that sparkling, that expansion. Little things throughout your day. Taking any movements that you need, perhaps a deeper breath, a stretch. Expanding again, having a little wiggle, a shimmy, and coming back to where we began. If you're watching the recording, thank you for joining us. I'm going to end it now and check in with the people in the